Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I wanted to do a Q&A of about 25 questions just so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better without just a whole professional setup doing makeup and reviews and whatnot. Before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I'm so happy that you guys are watching this. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. What is your real name? Well, my real name is Manon Tissier, and Manny and Me Way is generally because Manny is my kind of nickname that my mum always gave me, so that's why my channel name is that. Where am I from? So I live in England, but I was actually born in France. I lived there till I was about 4 and then moved to England with my mum. What do I do for a living? So for a living, I am a freelance makeup artist. I do makeup for commercials. I've dedicated a lot of my time to doing these YouTube videos, and anything to do with makeup is pretty much my job. What is your favourite music genre? So with this, I have no preference really. I love all types of music. I do very much like my rock style music, which I might not look like I do, but I used to when I was about 12 and I was a big emo. You grow out of those kind of phases, but yeah, so I kind of like anything and everything. Something with a bit more heavy beat I enjoy the most. What is something you wish you were talented at? With this, I would have to say singing. I cannot sing for the life of me. I think I can sing sometimes, but I really can't. So singing is definitely something I wish I could do. What are your bad habits? I would have to say I can get angry very quickly, and that's generally only when I'm driving, because there's a lot of numpty drivers out there, so that is probably one of my worst habits. I don't know really, I see myself, I know what I do every day, so I'm kind of not sure what my bad habits are, apart from probably repeating words, like when I go really pigmented or something, like that's probably another thing that I really need to stop because it annoys me sometimes. What are your favourite things about yourself? Okay, so I like that I'm a nice person. I am generally one of those who will help anybody, doesn't matter who they are, what the problem is. I always like to help people, and I also like the fact that I'm quite creative. So I've always been quite artsy, hence why I do makeup. There's a lot of things I like to do. What are your 3 long-term goals? So number 1 would have to be just being happy for as long as I can be within myself, and be happy with my family and friends and all that. Number 2 would be to be successful. I would love to have my YouTube really take off and get, a couple of 100,000 subscribers, and just making sure that I produce really good content for you guys to see and enjoy, and just so that we can kind of become friends and stuff like that. So that's definitely one of them. And the 3rd one would be to lose the amount of weight that I have always wanted to do. Every year, every month of the year, I talk about losing weight and exercising things, and I'm really bad for sticking with exercise and eating healthily because I love food, so that's probably my 3rd long-term goal. What is your biggest accomplishment? Mine would have to be finishing 6 years of training. It's been extremely stressful, but I graduate next month on the 14th of September from university, so that I am extremely proud of. That would be my best accomplishment. What is your ideal first date? Well, if I'm in that situation, which I'm not now, but if I was to go on a first date, I would like to be anywhere where there's something fun happening, but there is also the chance just to talk to that person, really get to know them. I can't stand first dates at like the cinema or something like that where you don't you spend time with them but there's no interaction between that person whatsoever. I definitely like to look at them in the eyes and get to know them and see what they're all about. Who is your role model? Mine is definitely my mum. I know she'll probably watch this, but yes, she is my number one role model from day one. She has been there, she has gone through more than most people could imagine, and when I'm her age, if I'm half the person or half the mother that she is, I know that I will be extremely happy and proud of myself. What is the last book you read? The last book I read was The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, and it is such a brilliant book. I just don't read whatsoever, and I took this book on holiday when me and Chris went to Greece last year, and I could not put it down whenever we had some downtime, and I finished that entire book whilst I was on holiday. So for me, that's also a really good achievement, and it is a brilliant book. So if you haven't read it, go read it, you'll love it. What piece of technology can you not live without? For me, it would have to be my phone. I can go without computers, although I need them obviously to edit all the filming and stuff, but generally it's my phone. I can go a long time without going on my phone, but my life is in that little device. You know, my business is on there, everything that I put out there is through social media, which is obviously through my phone, so that would be the one piece of technology I could never ever live without. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? It would be to never give up, to listen to the people who care about you because they were right, and don't stop learning for yourself. A lot of the times when I got given advice from my parents or friends or whatnot, I would ignore them. I would listen to them and understand what they were saying in whatever situation it was, but I would always put that to one side and learn the outcome for myself, regardless if it was like relationships, friendships, things to do with work. I like to find things out for myself, so definitely that. And yeah, just don't stop trying. If you think it's hard, it's okay, you're gonna get through it, and just keep smiling. Probably that's what I would say. How tall am I? I am not very tall at all. I am about 5'4", 5'5" on a really, really good day, but I got the short genes. My parents are very tall. They are, well, compared to me, they're like 5'10", 5'11", but I am not that tall whatsoever. Although I have a 9-year-old brother who is less than a head height from being the same height as me, and there's 13 years between us, so that's just ridiculous. I know that by the time he's at least 12, he'll be towering over me, so yeah. Thanks for the short genes, Mum. Funniest moment through school? I would have to say this one time in history class, and I had a best friend, like one best friend in school. She was called Ellie. Ellie, if you're watching this, hi. But we were inseparable, like completely inseparable, and literally when we would start laughing, we could not stop. And there was one time where we had to be separated in our seats because we'd always choose to sit next to each other if we could, and I sat opposite her, and the seats would go like a U shape around the class, and then there were seats in the middle. So she was on the side of the U shape and I was in the middle, and because the seats were quite tight against the drawers and things that were behind, she somehow fell off that chair. It's probably the most vivid memory I have of school, and she fell off the chair somehow. I don't know if the chair broke or what, and I saw her out the corner of my eye, and because of the way she fell and because of how tight the spaces were, she got completely stuck underneath the chairs. and because we were laughing, it was even harder. Like, the entire class broke out in laughter, even the teacher giggled, but we kind of got told off for laughing a bit. But that was definitely one of the funniest moments that I can remember of school. Who are some of your favourite YouTubers? Mine are definitely Manon, because I think he is the bomb. He is incredible. I hope somehow in my lifetime I get to meet him, not just as a fan but maybe as a friend. So Manny, if you're watching, hit me up. I want to be your best friend. Laura Lee is definitely one of the other people. I've had a few comments saying that I look like her, maybe in some photos, but I don't see it. Jeffree Star, I have learned to love him. I know everybody had different opinions of him, but I think in the last year and a half he has definitely grown up and become a very nice, genuine person. So absolutely Jeffree Star. So they are definitely the three. Oh, and Tati as well, a glam life guru she goes by, and I love how calm she is, but informative of all the products she reviews and whatnot. So those four are probably the ones that I watch all the time. There is one more actually. There's Raw Beauty Christy, who's a new one I've discovered, and she's just so funny. And again, she's probably another one that I would love to meet because I think we would get on. Are you single or taken? I am taken. I have been with Chris for a year and a half now. It'll be 2 years in February, and we have a very happy relationship. Do you speak any different languages and how well? Yes, as I am French, I can speak French. I am not as fluent as I used to be because I have no reasons to speak French now. I haven't been back to France in a couple of years, and even then it was to see my Uncle Gareth, and he speaks English, so there wasn't much room or chance to speak French. But I love the French language and would do anything to be completely fluent in that language. So yeah, and it's so romantic as well, like so romantic. What are some of your favourite TV shows? My number one at the moment is Game of Thrones, which is a total given because Game of Thrones are killing it, and I die every time an episode finishes and cannot wait for the next one. So season 7 at the moment is amazing, and literally you are on the edge of your seat. So if you have not watched Game of Thrones, shame on you. You need to watch that program. It's just so good. And then the other one that I've watched pretty religiously since I was about 10 or 11 is Charmed, which, if you guys don't know what it is, it's about 3 witches, and anyway, it's a bit geeky and a bit sad, but I love it. I've watched all the seasons at least 5 times. I watch it at least once a year, definitely. How old were you when you started wearing makeup? So I got into makeup when I was 13. I was obsessed. That was when I was allowed to go on the computer after school, and I was maybe allowed an hour or 2 before bed. And I started going on YouTube a lot and came across a guy called Petrolude. I'm not sure if he still makes videos, but he was somebody who did drag, did beauty makeup, did special effects, and I was fascinated by the looks he created. And there was another girl called X Sparkage, which I still follow now. So it's, nearly 10 years on, I still follow her on YouTube. I think she's brilliant. But they were the ones who inspired me to become a makeup artist. So yeah, I was about 13 when I started being allowed to practice and wear some makeup. What is one makeup product you cannot live without? Mine would have to be foundation. I can kind of live without brows, although I love having my brows done. Mascara I'm not too fussed about. Lipstick again, but the foundation definitely, as my skin can be so terrible that foundation just makes me feel more awake and healthy. Favourite era of makeup? I am obsessed with the 1940s and 50s. I think it's beautiful, very sleek. I love the whole like pin-up style. If I could be pin-up every day, I absolutely would. And the fact that, you know, they were the first ones to really do defined brows, thicker defined brows compared to the 1920s, and, you know, the black liner and the red lips. I'm so about that. Have you had any training in makeup? Yes, I have trained for 6 years to be a makeup artist. I've done a level 2 in beauty with Makeup Roots, level 3 media makeup, hairdressing and special effects, and then I did level 2 of hairdressing, and then I've just completed 2 years of makeup at university, which is also, it was a foundation degree in media makeup, hairdressing and special effects. So yeah, I have trained a lot in makeup and done a lot of freelance stuff and have a lot of experience. So the last question is, what is one makeup item you want to own? I don't know if I can choose this one because there's so much makeup I want to own. I am dying to try the Subculture palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Although there's been so many mixed reviews, I still want to try it because I'm determined that I can make it work somehow for me. It's not particularly products, it's brands that I really want to try. Definitely more Tarte, Smashbox, you know, more MAC, just any makeup brand out there. I would love to try some of their products. So that is it, guys, for the 25 questions about me. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got to know me a little bit better. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye, guys.